Sketchy. Hi, this is Josh. Welcome back to Sketchy. This is my iPad screen. A little bit of Disney fan art today. I do a lot of that, it's viewer friendly, but it's also beloved of me. I love animation and I love cartoons. I'm not the biggest fan of, corporate malfeasance, but when it comes to cartoons, I'm transported into a magical land and I don't think about monopolies and those kind of things. Anyway, this is Simba. Young Simba from The Lion King, from the number I Just Can't Wait to Be King, I believe is the name of that song. And this was just a whim. I don't know. Some days I'm just like, I either see a clip or I just think of something or I hear something and I'm like, that's what I'm drawing today. And this one just popped into my head. I knew as soon as I got a break, I was going to sit down and draw this specific iteration of Simba from the original The Lion King. Remember when The Lion King, for years and years and years, the big conversation about The Lion King was the way that it apparently ripped off a anime. Was that Kimba, the lion or something like that? Boy, that used to be the only thing you ever heard about, was how Lion King ripped off all this stuff, and there were all these side-by-side comparisons and names and plot points and all that stuff. Nobody really talks about that anymore. I guess today the conversation is the quotes live-action remake of The Lion King, which is also just an animated movie, but a kind of overblown and long and burdensome, and I don't want to call it ugly and hideous and bad because a lot of people worked on it, a lot of artists worked on it, and I'm sure that there is a generation of kids somewhere, maybe, who are enjoying. But you gotta admit that the classic hand-drawn animated versions are always going to be the versions of these classic movies. I'm recording this as The Little Mermaid live-action remake has just come out a week or so ago, and oddly enough, the critical take is that this one's pretty good. I find that hard to believe, but apparently they've added some songs that are okay, and they've added some dimension to Eric and some more depth to the story. I don't know. I may stream it on Disney Plus. I'm not going to the movies to see that, though. And I go to the movies every week, but I won't go see a Disney live action remake in a theater. I don't want to. Lovely design here. I love the kind of motion in the in this number's great. The Lion King was very revolutionary at the time because it was late Disney Renaissance, so we'd already had our Beauty and the Beasts and our Little Mermaids and our Aladdins, and then here comes Lion King, which is different. It's got a pop music soundtrack. It's got a little more of a stylized look. It takes place ostensibly anytime, but probably present day in Africa. So it had all these elements that were fresh and exciting. I don't love the music. I think Be Prepared is one of the worst Disney songs ever. And I saw it on some kind of sing-along the other day. I couldn't believe that was the song they chose. Anyway, I don't remember the context. It was some online thing with a bouncing ball, and it was unironically Be Prepared, performed by Jeremy Irons. But yes, the animation is gorgeous in The Lion King. The design is lovely. I believe James Baxter is the animator responsible for Simba. I might be wrong. It's been a long time. I've talked before about how when I was a kid, animators were my baseball players. I knew them all by name. I knew what characters they worked on, and I could give you an earful. But I'm not so sure these days. But a lot of these greats, Andreas Deja's work on Scar in this movie is phenomenal. It's amazing. Rafiki is a fantastic design, and his animation is amazing. So big fan of this movie. Have not watched it in a while. Maybe I'll pop it in. My daughter's 11, so she's not really watching Disney movies anymore. She'll see the new stuff. We'll go see it together, but we don't watch a lot of classics. Anyway, I am just about out of time. I thank you for indulging me. I thank you for your time. I'll see you in the next video. Josh out.